Coach, good to have you on the radio. Thanks for the time.
Hey, why?
Impressive win here tonight, season high 91 points. We've talked a lot of defense, and we'll start with that. It just seems like to me, Coach, that defensive intensity, you bring it every game, and it's really starting to come together, at least through a radio broadcaster's eyes. The last couple of games kind of address the defense and what you liked about it.
Yeah, we've been better defensively. I think that's a labor of love. You don't get much celebration for being a great defensive team unless you do something that's really significant. But I think the consistency for us is what I'm looking for, and I feel like we're getting a little closer to that each night out.
What are some of those consistency things that you're seeing when you watch the tape back about that defense that you can share with us?
I don't know. I think when you hold a team to, I don't know what their percentage was, 30 for the game, I think that's an indicator you're playing pretty soundly. They only had 5 assists. That means they had to create a lot of one-on-one opportunities and, again, only 3 offensive rebounds. So those are some of the earmarks of successful defensive possessions. We're always striving for our very best, and although I thought we were really good on most occasions, I still think there's room for growth. I'll watch the tape, and I don't mean to sound like I'm disappointed because I'm not. Our guys played really hard, and we really got what I think was our hope in getting the freshmen, some of the guys that don't play as much, a lot of minutes, A, to reward them for how hard they've labored, and B, just to get them those game reps, and I think that's important.
Going into a game, Coach, do you have kind of not a, I don't say crazy question here through my eyes, but I guess during the game as it develops and you took a big lead, and at that point, do you start thinking, okay, I'd like to see this type of combination of players out there? Take me through, like tonight, and you had a lot of combinations. How does that come about in your game plan?
Well, with Elijah out, we had 15 guys, and that's 30 minutes a game minimally usually. So we had 30 minutes more than we usually have, and that's a good thing. I think going into games, most of the time my mindset is on, well, who practiced well, and who's maybe the best cutter when we have more of a offensively empowered or powerful offense, or in a powerful group. But I do think on occasion there's just time to kind of experiment a little bit, and we did that. I think it was the Mississippi State game when we put McKay and Blake in together, and that was a lineup I would have liked to have seen tonight. There just wasn't an opportunity because they were so small. But eventually in the league, we're going to have to match up with some of the size of our league opponents. So I guess a long-winded answer to your question, I think about it. Sometimes it doesn't materialize in the game like I would like to, but I do think about it.
Elijah, a load management thing tonight with Elijah?
Yeah. Look, he plays so incredibly hard on both ends of the floor. I asked him yesterday, hey, if you log X amount of minutes, do you want tomorrow off? And he said, whatever, Coach. But we made a decision as a staff and consulted with Coach Barrera, our strength coach, and Aaron, and we all agreed that we thought that was best for him and for us. And so he saw him on the bench, AY. He was a major contributor in the way he celebrated his teammates.
Yeah, we mentioned a couple of times watching Elijah over there how much he was encouraging those guys and leading the charge with a lot of these shots that went in tonight. None louder than when Luke got a couple of shots that fall in that second half. Again, you're coach to player, but also father to son. How special is that to see him out there performing well?
Yeah, let me before I take that question, let me tell you this. Elijah Cuffey's leadership has been a real blessing. He's a lead by example personality, but he's owned the challenge to lead more vocally. He's really done a great job of that. And then, the challenge with Luke is, his mom is going to say how much she's told me he should be playing more. And I usually just tell her I don't talk to parents about playing time. But he works so hard. He really does. he was in the gym today. I came in a little bit later because of the icy road conditions, and it was probably 10 o'clock, and he's firing up jumpers on the shooting machine. And I said, "Well, what's wrong, champ? Why are you shooting?" He said, I missed so badly yesterday. I gotta iron this out." So then we went in the arena and shot a couple, and he shot like 90%. He's popular with his teammates because he's a fabulous person. It's really neat for me to see him get a little bit of shine for his hard work.
Well, we're proud of him and this team.